Stretch your arms out as far as you can. From the tip of your right middle finger to the tip of your left, that span represents the entire 4.5 billion year history of Earth. And if we start at your right hand, the origin point of our planet is completely unrecognizable. There is no blue sphere or peaceful water. It is a terrifying, glowing ocean of magma floating in the vacuum of space. 4.5 billion years ago, gravity crushed a massive cloud of dust and gas together into a molten rock. As it compressed, the heaviest elements, like iron and gold, sank straight to the center of the spinning sphere. That sinking metallic core generated Earth's magnetic field. It created an invisible, planet-wide shield that deflects lethal solar radiation away from the surface today. But a magnetic shield couldn't stop a Mars-sized planet named Theia. Shortly after Earth formed, Theia plowed directly into our cooling crust. The sheer kinetic force of the impact blasted a moon-sized ball of molten debris into orbit. Simultaneously, it knocked Earth off its axis, creating the tilt that gives us our annual seasons. The violence continued as a relentless bombardment of asteroids and comets smashed into the young planet. These rocks carried ice, acting as cosmic delivery vehicles that eventually melted and pooled to form the very first oceans. The magnetic shield, and the seasons, and the oceans are all requirements for our existence. Every single one of them resulted from a cataclysmic collision. About 4 billion years ago, deep underwater near hydrothermal vents, intense heat and rich minerals sparked a series of chemical chain reactions. Over time, those reactions organized into complex biomolecules like RNA. Fast forward to 2.7 billion years ago, and these intricate microbes, cyanobacteria, were taking over the oceans. They possessed a successful biological mutation, photosynthesis. This chart tracks the dramatic shift in our early atmosphere. As cyanobacteria consumed carbon dioxide, they pumped out massive volumes of a new byproduct. Watch how the rising oxygen rapidly overtakes the heavy blanket of methane that had previously covered the planet. Looking at the plunging temperature line overlaid on the same chart, we see the consequence of the vanishing methane. To the early anaerobic life forms adapted to that greenhouse environment, this sudden influx of oxygen was completely toxic. It caused the Great Oxidation event, wiping out nearly all of the planet's early biology. With the insulating methane gone, global temperatures cratered. Earth froze solid into a white sphere known as Snowball Earth, locking the oceans under miles of ice for hundreds of millions of years. Life's most successful biological invention, photosynthesis, nearly eradicated all living things and trapped the planet in a permanent deep freeze. Under that massive ice sheet, early life barely clung to existence in the freezing waters. The planet was entirely sterile, caught in a geological gridlock. Then, 2 billion years ago, a 20-kilometer-wide asteroid struck the ice in what is now South Africa. The asteroid hit with such force that it folded the Earth's crust back over itself, burying massive deposits of gold deep underground and permanently scarring the landscape. The impact instantly vaporized huge sections of rock, ejecting a colossal plume of dust and carbon dioxide into the upper atmosphere. That sudden influx of CO2 acted as a heavy greenhouse gas, trapping the sun's heat and finally melting the global ice sheet. As the oceans thawed and warmed, single-celled microbes began to merge. Smaller cells were swallowed by larger ones, forming complex cellular engines called mitochondria, leading to the first eukaryotes. The Redifort impact provided the warming necessary for the planet to move past its snowball phase. This shift allowed single-celled life to transition to the more intricate structures that define all multicellular organisms today. By 530 million years ago, a massive influx of calcium in the oceans allowed marine life to rapidly diversify during the Cambrian explosion. That extra calcium ignited a brutal evolutionary arms race. Organisms started growing hard shells. To crack those shells, predators evolved teeth, and to survive those teeth, prey developed thick, heavy armor. The shallow seas became so dangerous with giant, armored predators that creatures like the Tiktaalik were eventually forced to drag themselves onto dry land just to find refuge. Over the next few 100 million years, those land dwellers thrived to carve a massive supercontinent called Pangea. But 252 million years ago, they hit a wall. A massive volcanic complex known as the Siberian Traps split the Earth open and erupted continuously for 1 million years. The endless magma flows pumped so much toxic carbon dioxide into the air that the oceans turned hyperacidic. In the resulting ecological collapse, 96% of all marine species and 70% of land animals vanished. With the apex predators completely erased from the food chain, a few resilient survivors inherited a vast, empty landscape. They rapidly filled the vacant ecological niches, paving the way for the age of the dinosaurs. Absolute ecological devastation repeatedly clears out dominant species, acting as a catalyst that forces the creation of entirely new branches of life. Fast forward to the Cretaceous period, between 145 and 66 million years ago. Earth had no polar ice caps. It was a steaming, lush, tropical paradise, dominated by herbivores the size of 4-story buildings. Then, a massive 10-kilometer-wide asteroid violently entered the atmosphere, ending a 160-million-year reptilian reign in an absolute instant. The rock targeted a specific coastal shelf on the modern map, the Yucatan Peninsula. The impact triggered a global nuclear winter, dropping temperatures and blocking out the sun. It established a hard mathematical limit on biology. If you weighed more than 25 kilograms, you starved to death in the cold. The dinosaurs were not biologically inferior to mammals. They were simply the wrong size for a world where the sun remained blocked for years and the food supply had vanished. Our ancestors, tiny, shrew-like mammals hiding underground, fell well below that 25-kilogram limit. They survived the nuclear winter and emerged into an empty world. Over millions of years, those small mammals evolved into herbivores and carnivores, eventually climbing into the trees, coming back down, and standing completely upright on 2 legs. If you trace that entire timeline back across your outstretched arms, the whole human story sits entirely on the very tip of your left middle fingernail. We mastered fire 800,000 years ago, and by 40,000 years ago, Homo sapiens were the sole surviving species of human. Just 5,500 years ago, civilization formed. An organism had finally evolved with the capacity to read, write, and investigate the violent origins of the dirt it stood on. Humanity exists only because of this specific sequence of disasters. We are the survivors of 4.5 billion years of fire and ice, waiting for the next event to shift the planet's trajectory once more.